Alright folks, welcome back. We're going to do some Tarmac Works today. Some very cool models from Tarmac Works, I will add. Yeah, these are from 1995 Le Mans. These are... I don't know if there's more than these two that ran at Le Mans, but these are two of the Nissan Nismo GTR LMs that ran at Le Mans. So both were 1995 race, so very cool that they are from the same thing. 1995 Le Mans, we actually have, between Tarmac Works, Schuco, and Mini GT, we actually have quite a few cars from that race, which is awesome, and actually have quite a few of them here. So we also have this Ferrari F40 in the red and green Brummel livery, Brummel. I actually realized I have not ever reviewed this one. I'm not sure how, but I guess we'll do that at some point. And then, of course, we have the Pilot F40 LM, so there is that one as well. Curious enough, I know this doesn't have anything to do with these Nissans, but I'm curious as to why this one is just labeled as a regular F40 and this one's an LM. I'm assuming Tarmac Works got that wrong, because they look the same to me. I don't see any differences on them. Anyways, that's a question for when we review that one. So yeah, we have two F40s, and then of course we have the McLaren F1 GTR from Mini GT. I wish that they would do more of the ones from 1995. Like, they should do like a box set or something. That'd be cool. But anyways, and then I also have the Toyota Supra coming, the Tarmac Works version. I picked that up for a very good deal a few days ago. So yeah, the 1995 24 Hours of Le Mans collection is growing, which is awesome. And then there's obviously some other ones too. There's the Supra from Tarmac Works, and then there's a couple Schucos, a couple Porsche Schucos. So I will try to pick those up eventually too, because I do think it's cool to have as many cars from a particular event as possible, because then they kind of all go together. So very cool. I like that kind of stuff. But anyways, the 1995 Le Mans collection is growing, and I've been very excited for these GTR LMs. They are very cool. Been looking forward to reviewing them ever since I got them. So yeah, so let's crack into it. We'll just start taking them out of the packaging. Well, here's they actually do have some cool backgrounds on them. So this one, you've got like the blurry track in the background. Very cool. You can see it a little better now that it's out. So I do like that kind of style of packaging where it actually has like something to do with the car. So I like that. And then of course these are licensed by Nissan. Everything's good and legit. There's the Tarmac Works stuff right there. And then there's the rest of the packaging. Pretty standard. Nothing real crazy. Just kind of themed with the car. Of course, just your standard Hobby 64 acrylic. This one's actually taped down. I need my knife back here. Get this tape off so we can actually open it. And I think I can take these off the base. I just need to be very careful with them because they do have those little antenna on the top. So we'll start doing that. But yeah, very, very excited for these. And I think so. They also made a whoa. What the hell? What is that? Does that come off? What is that? That does not look like it comes off. That is weird. Okay, well anyways, we'll take a closer look at that in a minute. Here's the base. It's nice. It's white and blue, and then it's got the number 22 on it, and of course the name of the car. So pretty standard, but quite nice. Whoops. McLaren F1 went flying. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, there was one more of these at Tarmac Works released. It was the presentation version, which is weird because this one also says presentation. This one, but both of these cars were actually in the race. But I guess when they announced that they were racing this car, they made like a cool like Le Mans presentation livery for it to showcase it. I don't have that one. I didn't get that one. I figured with the awesome actual race versions that were coming out, I didn't need to spend an extra $20 on the presentation one. So that is why I do not have that one, but it's fine. These two are awesome, so if I can get this one off the base. Come on. It's stuck. Ooh. Yeah, this one also has that clear plastic part on the bottom too. I don't know why they have that. Surely there's not a giant piece of clear acrylic on the bottom of these cars in real life. I'm assuming that was so they could, because I don't really see. Ooh, I actually don't know. I have no idea what those are for, to be honest with you. I don't know, because they've got, yeah, they've got, like, it's got the center hole where it screws in, and it's got the two peg holes, like, actually in the base of the car, which I think, yeah, the base of these are plastic. So, yeah, I really don't know what that acrylic is for. It's the first time I've ever seen that on a Tarmac Works, so, yeah, I don't know about that. Anyways, here are the two cars, like, legendary car. And I think I looked at some photos of these beforehand so that I had them ready. And I think Tarmac Works actually did a pretty dang good job with these. Just as I've said before, though, when you buy Tarmac Works, especially Hobby 64, you cannot expect them to be perfect. There are going to be quality control issues somewhere on your model every single time. So keeping that in mind, I think Tarmac Works did a pretty good job. I'm seeing a lot of decals on this, though, which, again, is normal for these Hobby 64s. But it's just such a cool car, such a cool livery, and it's nicely detailed. I think they are worth it if you really like the car. But anyways, here's this one. So you do have some nice tire printing, Bridgestone Potenza. Yeah, I think that's what those are. So Bridgestone Potenza, really fat tires on this one. You've got some nice 5-spoke racing wheels. I don't know what brand of wheels those are. I think it has a little logo on it. Can I read what that is? No, I don't think so. I do not think so. Does that say Nismo? No, I can't tell. But really nice white racing wheel. It looks like you've got some rivets going all the way around it. So these must be like a, probably like a 3-piece wheel or a 2-piece wheel at least. But they look really good. And then you do have brake details back behind there. So you've got your silver rotor, and then it looks like a yellow caliper. It's a little bit hard to see in this lighting, but the wheels and tires and tire printing and the brake details look good. These do not roll. You can spin the back wheels, but yeah, too tight to roll. But it's actually kind of good because it makes the proportions more accurate in my opinion. So I don't have anything wrong with that. The front wheels roll a lot easier though. But yeah, wheels and everything look good. Got a nice red, white, and blue livery on it. Keep the Dream Alive on the side, which is the main sponsor. I don't really know what that is, but it is cool. You got Nissan, Nismo, number 22 box, the Japan flag right there, and some other sponsorship stuff like Bridgestone, Rays, all kinds of cool stuff down here on that running board. Bilstein, NGK. You've got your exhaust coming out right here, which they are a little bit off center. Like they're a little bit like sideways, but they look pretty good despite that. I do like how the exhaust port that comes out is actually like kind of integrated into this like side skirt right here. So it looks very cool. I like that. And then you can actually see like they kind of have like the exhaust lines going back right there. So underneath that acrylic piece. And then the acrylic piece has like holes in it along that exhaust track. I have no idea what that's for. Anyways, yeah, it looks good though. Here is the front view. You've got clear acrylic lenses over the headlights, and the headlights actually have some decent bulb detail back behind there. My wife is calling me. I think she knows I'm recording, but maybe she forgot. I don't know. But anyways, you got some really nice bulb detail back behind there. I think that's just black molding. There might be some silver in there as well. But it looks pretty good. You've got some nice venting in the front grills and whatnot as well. You've got a tow hook up here. Got the Nissan logo. It looks very good. All kinds of sponsorships at the front. Bridgestone. You got the old school Nissan logo. Very cool. Clarion. Jomo. Then there's the hood. You got the number 22 again. Keep the dream alive. You got the Club Le Mans GTR, which is like the thing. I think like the little like thing they had going on to like develop this. Very cool, because that's actually the exact logo that's on the presentation version that I don't have. But yeah, very cool. You've got some Japanese text on the side right there. Obviously I don't know what that says, but it looks nice. You've got some stuff on the windshield banner, TV, Asahi, Nismo, and then which I think is part of this Keep the Dream Alive. And then you have it again on the hood, a little bit of like dust or something right there on this decal, but yeah, it looks pretty good so far. Sorry, I'm going to have to pause here and see what my wife needs. Okay, we're back. Sorry, she was just going to show me something outside. But anyways, I was going to show you guys the interior detail because it actually is pretty nice. So you've got some silver, like a bunch of silver detailing on the interior. And it actually is pretty detailed. You can even see, like there's some holes in the floorboard right there. Or not like holes, but like, just like all kinds of nicely detailed stuff. You've got a silver roll cage on the inside, which looks good. The seat is blue, and then you've got like a nice harness printed onto it. You got silver for like the latch and a little bit of yellow. Very cool. And then you also have the Nismo and the Keep the Dream Alive logo on the dashboard right there, which is pretty cool. So very nice. And then there might be some more detail in there, like in that center area. But it is a little bit hard to see. I'd have to take it apart, which I don't really think I need to for this type of model. But yeah, pretty nicely detailed interior, so I do like that. But then you have the names of the drivers right there on the side of the roof. And then, of course, this little plastic antenna on top. That's in black. Nice spoiler at the back end, and these actually do look pretty accurate to the real car. So you've got that little bit of silver outlining, and then the black, and then of course the actual wing itself. Nismo on the side, and then you have Nismo on the top in white as well. I love this. I love this this Nismo logo. This particular one where it's like the super like angled text like that. It looks really cool. Definitely preferred this over the modern Nismo logo, but that's just my opinion. Yeah, here's the back quarter panels. You got Jomo. I don't know what this duck is. Oh, that's a sports team. Nissan FC Yokohama Marines. It must be a sports team of some sort, I assume. So that is pretty cool. And then is that a Tamiya? I think that's a Tamiya logo, which they do. Tamiya does like the RC cars, right? I think they do. So that's kind of cool. There's the back. You've got your acrylic taillights. They look actually really nice on this particular one. Bridgestone, FMS back there as well. A little bit of silver accenting. Looks really cool. Very cool indeed. I love how like flat the back end of this particular car is. Looks kind of neat. And then you also have some sort of detail back here. I don't know exactly what this silver thing is. Because obviously this, well, I think this is a front engine car. I don't think they would have changed it. So like, what is that? I have no idea. What would be all the way back there? Because it's not like an exhaust or anything. It's not part of the exhaust or anything. Because the exhaust, I'm pretty sure it's literally just straight piped out the side right there. So yeah, I have no idea. Maybe there's like maybe that's like the place for the spare tire or something. But like they wouldn't need a spare tire because they just go to the pits. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know all the technicalities for this car. I just know that I like this car a lot and it is very cool. But yeah, so there is that one right there. We will start looking at the red one now. I actually do think I prefer this red one. I think the red one looks awesome. So again, 1995 Le Mans, and the base plates are pretty much the same, except this one is red instead of blue, and it has the 23. So before I lose these, let me pull them out. There they are next to each other. Very cool. And then this one has a pretty cool background. It's actually like a photo of the stands. I don't know if this is actually during the race or if this is after the race or if this is at some sort of like event before the race where they were showing off the car, maybe that's why it says presentation on it. But yeah, very cool. This actually appears to be a real photo, so I do like that. But yeah, here's the car. Number 23, Clarion is the main sponsor for it. Pretty much just red and white livery, but it's very clean. And there are a lot of similarities with all the little sponsorship decals between the two. So you'll notice like you have your Jomo, you have that little duck back there, the Tamiya, the number box and the Japanese flag are in the same spot on them. You've got the Bridgestone in the same spot. All those sponsors down here on this running board side skirt are the same. So yeah, lots of similarities, but I think that's because like these were both kind of like on the same like team, I would imagine, like kind of racing for the same like main sponsor or both racing for Nissan obviously, but Yeah, this one's just sporting the Clarion as the main sponsorship, whereas this one was Keep the Dream Alive, but this one also had Clarion up here, and then this one also has Keep the Dream Alive up here. So they're, yeah, pretty much like racing on the same team together, which is cool. One thing I forgot to mention was the wing mirrors. Very cool. They're very flat is what I'm noticing, but I think that's accurate. Then they've got a little bit of silver paint in there to simulate some like reflective material. And then this one's really cool. It's got some nice 3-spoke racing wheels. Again, don't know exactly what they are. Don't know what brand wheels these would be in real life, but they are very cool. And these allow you to see the brake details a lot easier as well, which is really cool. So you've got your rotor in there, and then it looks like it's more of like a gold caliper instead of yellow. So very nice. Love the chrome around the wheel. You can see all like the rivets and whatnot. This one's got Bridgestone Potenza tires as well. Just looks very clean with those 3 spokes, I think. But yeah, a lot of the actual like livery is the same though. Like the design of like the coloring and whatnot, it's actually the same. It's just slightly different color. Maybe a little bit different up here, like where it goes up to the A pillars, but yeah, very similar. You've got that GTR or that Club Le Mans GTR badge up at the front again. You got your number badge, Clarion. What is Clarion? What does that say? It says car, audio, and beyond. So they must be, I wonder if they sell like head units or speakers or something. That is pretty cool though. But yeah, here's another look at the front. It looks like those, the housing for the headlights back in there is actually done in like a silver color. So that looks really cool. Very nice. Can see some bulb detail too. So I do like that. Yeah, just really nice looking models. Really cool. I love this stuff. I love these older racing cars. That is kind of starting to become like my bread and butter. The things that I really enjoy in diecast is like older racing cars. But there's the name of the drivers up there. Wing is the same design as the last one. It's got Nismo on it, and the little Nismo badges on the side. And then there's the back view. Pretty much the same as the other one as well, just obviously the back color is red, and it has the Clarion badge. And then Nismo on both sides instead of the, what did that one say, FMS. So there are some differences in the sponsorships and whatnot, for sure, but there are also a lot of similarities. And then on this one, the interior is also silver. You've got those little badges on the dashboard again, except this one obviously says Clarion instead of Keep the Dream Alive. And then the seat in this one is black with the red and yellow harness. So, and then everything else is silver. So yeah, and there's the bottom, same as the other one. Very cool. Again, don't know what these plastic plates are for. I'm very confused by that. Yeah, I have no idea. It's a weird one. But yeah, there they are. We'll throw some pictures up on screen of these. Start off with this red and white Clarion one. I think Tarmac Works is doing a great job with this casting. Obviously, there are going to be flaws on these. There's going to be little areas that are not perfect. But yeah, overall, I think they're very good. I think they are worth the money if you like the car. Obviously, not for everybody because, you know, a lot of people do not like the little flaws that you might find on these cars. I think it's okay, especially when it's something really cool like this that nobody else is making. So yeah, I like it. I enjoy them. I think these look pretty good. Here is the red, white, and blue one. Throws up some photos of that on screen as well. I think I have 2 photos of each. So very cool. Very cool indeed. I like these. You guys all have to let me know what you think of them as well. There's probably been some people waiting for this review. I wouldn't be surprised, but it's here. I've got it done now. So yeah, let me know what you think. Again, the 1995 Le Mans collection is growing. We now have 5 cars from that race, 6 when my Supra comes in. So yeah, very excited about that. We need more. We need more old Le Mans stuff in general, though, and just more old racing stuff. But yeah, I guess that's about it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and catch you in the next one.